Guys, Raphael here, and you're seeing this video because you've scheduled a call about the Pilates certification with either me or my team, or at least you're thinking about scheduling a call. So really quick here, the purpose of this video is to explain to you what the Pilates certification actually is and how it will help you go from zero Pilates teaching experience to being a skilled, confident Pilates instructor in 20 weeks completely online, and will actually help you get a job or build your business and get paid clients. So how can you become a skilled, confident Pilates teacher in 20 weeks in a completely online program? Well, that's what I'm going to show you in this video. So let's get started. The high-level promise of this program is we'll help you become a skilled and confident Pilates instructor in 20 weeks, 100% online, and we'll help you get clients and make money. In the next few minutes, I'm going to share with you who we can help and who we can't help in this program, the program structure, what a week will look like for you inside the certification, and how you can learn Pilates online to an extremely high standard. The two things we guarantee for you inside the program, which reformer to get, because you will need a reformer for this program, but don't worry, there are some extremely affordable options and I'll share those with you. And finally, how to prep for your call. Over the last 15 years, we've certified more than 5,000 instructors in 26 countries, and we've seen clear patterns in the attributes of the people who succeed. So now, these are the people we help. If you love Pilates, you will succeed in this course. Now, what I mean by that is if Pilates is the highlight of your day, possibly the highlight of your week, if you take great joy in doing Pilates, if you smile when you think about Pilates, if maybe you talk about Pilates more than you should, you try and rope in your friends and family members. The reason for this is when you take great joy in the activity, you build more skill because it's fun and you take joy in doing the practice. And when you enjoy practicing, you practice more and build more skill. So you need to love Pilates to enroll in this program. Now, loving Pilates is important, but it's not enough. You need to also have a strong reason you actually want to teach Pilates. This might be any reason that's personally meaningful to you. Maybe you want to spend more time with your family and you want a job that's more flexible. Or maybe you want to travel and you want a job you can take with you anywhere in the world. Maybe you've had a personal transformation through Pilates and you want to share that and pay it forward to others. The reason I think we've seen our most successful students all have a strong reason to teach Pilates is because when life throws up obstacles, which it for sure will, when you have a powerful reason why you want to achieve this, you'll push through those obstacles. Next, to join this program, you must want to be exceptional. If you want to be the best possible Pilates instructor that you can be, and if you want to be that inspiring instructor where people love the classes that you teach because you hold them to a higher standard and motivate them to achieve more than they even thought they could, we can help you do that. We can help you if you're ready to make this change. Most of our students are at some kind of point in their life where they're at a natural transition point. Sometimes the kids have reached a certain age, or a season at work is ending, or study is ending. There's some kind of transitional point where people are typically reevaluating and wondering what's next. And if the answer for you is, well, Pilates is next, and you're ready to make that change, that's what we do. We help people become that inspiring Pilates instructor. And if you're ready to do that, you're in the right place. And finally, you need to be ready to be coached and to get outside your comfort zone. Now, our definition of coaching is that a great coach helps you do the things you need to do so that you can become what you want to become. And that's our job, to help you do the things you need to do to become an inspiring Pilates instructor with paid clients. And when you want to become something different and perhaps better in terms of your skill and confidence in Pilates, that lies outside your comfort zone by definition. So you're going to need to get outside your comfort zone during this program, and that might involve teaching a group of classmates for the first time, and we'll be there with you every step of the way. We'll hold your hand, we'll encourage you, we'll cheer for you, but we can't do it for you. You have to step outside your comfort zone. That's the path to being exceptional. And if you're ready for that, we can help you get there. All right, so we can't help you if you don't have those things. So if you don't mind Pilates, or if you're tossing up between Pilates, yoga, or maybe personal training, if you're not serious about teaching, you're just merely curious, if you just want the cheapest rubber stamp certification, if you're not ready to make a change at this point, if you're happy with the status quo in your life, and if you're not ready to step outside your comfort zone, No hard feelings in that case, but you should stop watching this video and cancel your call because we won't take your money. We wouldn't want you to enroll and for you to not have an exceptional success. So we won't enroll you. And that's part of what the call's for, is to see if you're a good fit for the program. Okay, things that don't matter. Whether you have teaching experience, we will teach you everything you need to know inside the program. Your age, your body shape, your fitness, your flexibility, none of these things matter. We will teach you to master the exercises in a way that works for your body. And you don't need any prior anatomy or fitness knowledge either. We'll teach you everything you need to know inside the program. And in this program, we will help you do three things. We will help you master the exercises in a way that works for your body so that you truly understand the essence of each exercise. And then we will help you become an inspiring instructor, because just doing the exercises well is not the same thing as being a great teacher. And a great teacher is somebody who inspires their clients to be better versions of themselves, somebody who creates those classes where clients love to come back because they feel challenged, because there's so much fun and there's such a vibrant energy in the room, and where they're able to engage their mind with their body and just get out of their head because they participate in the movement and the experience fully. So we'll teach you to be that teacher. Finally, we'll help you learn to make money. And in fact, we'll help you make money. So whether you want to do Pilates as a side hustle, whether you want to get a job, whether you want to start your own brick and mortar studio or a chain of brick and mortar studios, we've got you covered. We'll help you do that. And I'll show you how we'll do that presently. The program's in three parts. And the first part is the mat work and reformer certification. This is a roughly 20-week program where you'll become completely confident executing the exercises on both mat and reformer, and you'll learn the original contrology exercises as taught by Joseph Pilates, plus modern flow style programming. You'll also learn to teach inspiring, challenging classes that deliver results and that have your clients coming back for more and bringing their friends. And finally, you'll be completely confident to work with whoever is in your class: pregnant and postnatal women, injured clients, people with hip replacements, people who are beginners. You'll be completely confident whoever walks through your door. Now, at the end of about 20 weeks, you'll be a certified mat work and reformer instructor, and you can go and get a job straight away and start earning money from Pilates. In fact, the last 4 weeks of the program, we help you get a job, and over half our students already have a job waiting for them the day they graduate. Once you're working and teaching Pilates and earning money, you can then continue on with the visualized anatomy training. Now, anatomy training is very valuable for you as a Pilates instructor, but it's not crucial. You can be a great Pilates instructor without a deep knowledge of anatomy, but it's going to make you a better instructor. So we've put this here because after you start teaching, you can then come back and do the visualized anatomy training and deepen your understanding of the exercises and the anatomy and the biomechanics whilst you're earning money. And in the anatomy training, you'll learn foundational principles. So we'll start by assuming you have no prior knowledge of anatomy, and we'll teach you everything from the ground up. And we'll go to a very deep level on the anatomy of the spine, the lower extremity, also known as the leg, and the upper extremity, which is the arm. And you'll emerge from this training with a deep understanding of how the body works and how to apply that to movement. Finally, we have the Business Launchpad. Now, this is a turnkey business system specific to Pilates. We've built 2 7-figure Pilates businesses. We ran a studio here in Melbourne, here in Australia, that was doing 2.4 million per year in annual turnover when we sold it in 2016. And our current business is doing more than that. In fact, quite a bit more than that. We've got 400 plus students in our Business Launchpad at the moment, many of them doing over $100,000 a year, teaching online or from home. And we've got 50 plus studio owners in our Studio Owner Mastermind, many making multiple 6 figures a year right across the world. So we have systems and we know how to build a Pilates business so that it's profitable at any scale, whether it's online or in person, whether it's at home or brick and mortar, and we can help you do that. We've templatized everything you need to build your business. So there are templates for everything, checklists, cheat sheets, etc. There is live coaching. I will coach you live to build your business. And finally, we can help you build your income up to 6 or 7 figures wherever you want to go with it. One thing that sets this course apart from any other Pilates course in the world is daily live learning. Humans learn best with short daily practice spread out over time. And you know this if you've ever built skill in anything. Daily practice is a key ingredient in building skill. Practicing an hour a day for a month is not the same as practicing 30 consecutive hours in a row. But here's how every other Pilates training in the world works. First, you start with online coursework or a hard copy workbook where you work through the theory on your own for several weeks. Then you come to the intensive in-person training, which usually is in 2 to 4 blocks of 2 to 5 consecutive days for a total of about 14 days. Then you have 100 to 150 hours of unsupervised self-practice, which you have to log and which can take you anywhere from 6 to 12 months to complete. Then you have a final exam and you're certified somewhere between 9 and 18 months. On the other hand, with Breathe, you'll do 1 hour of daily coursework and 1 hour of daily live practice every day with your classmates, supervised by a trainer. And this allows you to build skills so much faster because it takes advantage of how humans actually learn best through small daily practice and feedback. So in around 20 weeks or less, you're 100% skilled and confident, and you probably already have a job because the last 4 weeks of the program, we help you get a job. Let's take a look inside the learning portal and see what a week will look like for you inside the program and how you can learn Pilates to a very high level online. Each week, you'll focus on learning 5 exercises on either mat or reformer. And in week 1, you'll learn the first 5 mat work exercises. And in this video, you can see this is our lead trainer, Hayley, for this program, and she is demonstrating those first 5 mat work exercises and talking you through various modifications and refinements and what you should be feeling in your body and how you can change the movement to feel it in different places. So you'll spend 4 to 5 hours each week, about an hour a day, doing self-paced learning, and then you spend 4 to 5 hours a week in live workshops. And you find those here under live workshops and coaching in the live workshop calendar. And in those live workshops, you practice with your classmates, supervised by a trainer, for an hour each session. Now, teaching Pilates is a skill, and to master the skill of teaching Pilates, you need to do a lot of reps of teaching Pilates, and that's what you do multiple times each week in your live teaching workshops. In each workshop, we'll pair you up with 2 or 3 classmates, and you'll teach your classmates through the 5 exercises you've learned that week, and we'll watch you and we'll give you feedback. We'll tell you what you're doing well and what you need to do differently to improve. Now, as you can see, we've got a lot of live workshops here. You need to come to a minimum of 2 of these per week, but the more you do, the better you'll be. If you can make it to 3, 4, or even 5 per week, most weeks, you'll progress faster and you'll build more confidence and skill. The live workshops are 1 hour and there are multiple throughout the week on different days, as you can see, and at different times right throughout the day and the night because we have trainers in 3 countries. On the other hand, if you need to go slower, you can. It just takes longer to graduate that way. And there's no problem there because you have lifetime access to the program. So you can go slower or you can take time off, then pick up where you left off. It's completely up to you. And talking about mastering skills, in this program, we'll graduate you based on skill, not time. You may have noticed that I said the program is around 20 weeks, and that's because it's not the same length for everyone, because everyone learns at different speeds. The more workshops you do each week, the better you'll learn and the faster you'll progress. But also, some people just need more time to assimilate the skills, and that's okay. We used to do what all the other Pilates courses do and make everybody do the same number of weeks, but what we found was at the end of the course, some people were amazing and others weren't quite there yet. So what we do now instead is we graduate you when you're so good that we would employ you in our studio. And if you come to a lot of live workshops and you're amazing after 16 weeks, you graduate then. But if after 20 weeks you're not quite ready, we'll just keep working with you until you're so good we would employ you. So we literally guarantee you that you'll be an inspiring, highly skilled instructor when you graduate, but we can't tell you exactly how long that will take. That's up to you. As a guide, the majority of our students graduate between 16 and 24 weeks. And because of that is why we can offer you not one, but two guarantees that you'll be a highly skilled and confident instructor. The first guarantee is that we'll just keep working with you as long as it takes until you're 100% confident and skilled. As long as you keep putting in the work, we'll keep working with you. The second guarantee is our 30-day money-back guarantee. And this is for you if you think, this sounds pretty good, but I'm still a bit skeptical about how I can learn Pilates online and receive that quality of feedback and correction that I want. I promise you, you can. In fact, I literally guarantee it. If you do 8 live workshops in your first 30 days, and if you're not 100% delighted at that point, we'll give you a 100% refund. And I'm that confident that you're going to love it that I'm happy to do that. How much to budget for your training? And why are prices seemingly so different between different Pilates courses? Well, to answer both these questions, we'll need to first think about what the complete Pilates skill set is that you'll need to be a skilled and confident instructor. You'll need to know the basic mat work and the advanced mat work, the basic reformer and the advanced reformer. You'll need to know Pilates foundations. You'll need to be confident with anatomy, and you'll need to know how to work with clients who might show up in your sessions with an injury, or pre- and postnatal women if they join your classes. Now, most providers teach each slice of this skill set pie as a separate weekend course. And so that's why you might have seen a quote for a Pilates course for only a few $100s, because what you're actually getting a quote for was just a single snippet of what you actually need. And when you do all of those weekend courses, as you'll see on the next slide, the price adds up. What we do instead is we've created a single program that integrates all the skills you'll need. And if we look at this comparison of all the major Pilates educators, what you'll see is that when we add up all of these mini courses, these slices of the pie, if you want to become a Pilates instructor with a complete skill set, it'll cost you about $5,000 US or about 7,000 Australian dollars, regardless of which course you go with. And that should be part of your conversation with your partner, your husband, or your parents to discuss if you're ready to invest in yourself and your future. You'll need a reformer to do this program, and I've included a link to the highest rated reformers by our students in the course guide, and there's a link to download the course guide under this video. But if you don't get one of the reformers, we recommend whatever reformer you get must have full-length ropes, which are these things here. It must have a foot bar, which is this thing here, not just a tramp or a jump board. So it's okay if it has a tramp, but it must also have a foot bar. Yeah, so you don't need a tramp, but you do need a foot bar. And you need a box. Now, the box doesn't have to be the same brand as the reformer, and I've included a link to buy the best value box in various parts of the world in the course guide, which you can download underneath this video. And you also need a foot strap, which is essentially just a yoga strap or something that you can put over here when you're sitting on the box here, and you're leaning on the box and you're sort of doing your exercises up here. You hook your feet under the strap so that you stay safe. So really any yoga strap is pretty much fine for that. Okay, so I've tried to answer all the questions I anticipated that you'll have. If I've missed any, or if there are any questions you have that are specific to your situation, bring those to your call. That's what the call's for. So to prep for your call, please download the course guide, and I'll link to that below this video. In the course guide, there are links to the various reformers we recommend, depending on where you are in the world and what's available. So take a look at those, because you'll need to budget for that. And also there's a delivery time on those, depending on where you order it from. Take a look at the live workshop schedule, and I'll link to that under this video as well. And look at it with your spouse or parents or kids or whoever's going to be involved in supporting you in your study. You need to do 2 or more live workshops each week. You can pick any 2. They're 1 hour per workshop. So go through that with whoever's involved in this with you. Figure out, will there need to be sort of different child care arrangements or different dinner times or different school pickups or whatever it might be, and see if you can make that work and figure out what that's going to look like, because your spouse or your kids or your parents or whoever might have questions about that, and you can bring those questions to the call. Think about your budget for training. So your financial budget, how much budget are you going to allocate for your training? Because whether you train with us or whether you train with anybody else, it's going to cost you money. So think about that budget, and if there are other people involved in that financial decision, your spouse, your parents, etc., talk with those people. Get on the same page with them before you come on the call. They might have questions. Bring those questions to the call, and bring your spouse or your parents to the call if you wish. Write out your questions so that you remember what you wanted to ask. Please respond when we text you. This is a high-touch program. Like I said at the start, our job is to coach you to do the things you need to do in order to become what you want to become, which is a skilled, confident, and inspiring Pilates instructor. And that coaching starts now. And so we're filtering for people who are responsive, people who are coachable. So if you respond to our text, if you show up on time, those predict success. Please show up to the call. If you don't show for the call, that predicts that you won't show for your live workshops, which predicts that you won't succeed in the program. So if you don't show for the call, that's a one strike and you're out with us. But of course, if you need to reschedule, if life gets in the way, no problem at all. Just fling us a text, or you can click the reschedule link in the calendar invite we sent you. But please don't just no-show. When you do join the meeting, come on a laptop if you have one, or if not, a tablet. We've just found that phones are too small if we need to screen share or anything. You just can't see what you need to see. Have your camera on and be somewhere quiet where you can hear us and we can hear you. So that's it. That's all I've got for you. I hope you found this useful. I hope you found it inspiring. And if you have any other questions, you probably do, bring those to the call. We'll work through those on the call. We'll have some fun. We'll see if this is for you. And if it is, great. We can help you get started on the call. And if it's not for you, that's also fine. We only want you in the program if you're a whole body yes. So come along to the call, bring your questions, show up, be on a laptop or tablet in a quiet space, and let's have some fun and see if this is for you. And we'll see you soon.